I'll be sharing 5 classic books that perfectly capture the spirit of spring. You can expect themes of renewal, transformation, and new perspectives because spring is a season of rebirth and fresh starts. So, these classic novels will invite you through their characters to transform, grow, and discover unexpected joys. The first book is The Enchanted April by Elizabeth von Arnim. Now, I want you to imagine for a second receiving a discreet invitation to escape the mundane life you live for a month-long retreat in a medieval castle on the Italian Riviera. Well, that's exactly what happens in The Enchanted April, because it tells a story of 4 very different women, each seeking a break from their challenging lives. Now, they all carry individual histories, challenges, and so on, but we see them going to the Mediterranean, basking in the sunlight, and we also see them finding renewal, but also unexpected happiness. Now, I kind of feel like very much like the winter season, which can be very bleak and barren, we see these stories really bloom into a beautiful garden. So I kind of feel like this novel reminds us that sometimes a change in scenery and perspective can really lead to profound personal growth. Next, we have A Room with a View by E.M. Forster. Now, in this one, we have another young woman going on a very transformative journey. Now, we have our main character, Lucy, and she's really raised in a very traditional and conventional English lifestyle. Now, English society, of course, at this time was very traditional as well. But we see her while in Florence, Italy, encountering this man who's just a very free spirit, unlike anyone she's ever met. And then we see her having to decide, well, hey, should I get on with this man who is essentially living the life I want to live myself? Or should I conform to societal expectation and go on with someone back home in England who is more respectable and more what society expects me to marry? So, anyway, we see her really caught between societal expectation and a call for adventure and a different life. So, we really see her go on a journey of self discovery. Spring really symbolizes awakening and the courage to take chances, go on new adventures, maybe change something about us that we don't like. And we kind of see Lucy's internal struggle and eventual transformation also kind of mirror the season in a very beautiful but also questionable way as well. So I think with this one, it's really going to invite you to step out of the shadow that you might be living and into the light. Book 3 is a popular favorite and also just a heartwarming journey full of hope and adventure. And of course, I'm talking none other than Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. Now, I think this is quintessential spring, and we follow our very spirited main character, Anne with an E, as she really transforms the lives of everyone around her. I mean, her herself, she's going through a transformative journey. But I think more than anything, seeing how her transformation and her life and her experiences and just her existing, to be fair, transforms those around her. So we journey to Prince Edward Island and we see this little girl's exuberance and just passion for life serve as a beacon of optimism. And I don't know about you, but I feel like in these challenging times, we can really do with a good dose of optimism. And also, just like the season of spring that just kind of breathes new life into everything around us. You know, the birds are chirping, and the leaves are turning green. There's new growth everywhere. Anne's story is a celebration of rebirth and the beauty of new beginnings. So I just kind of feel this is ideal for anyone who really needs a dose of inspiration, but also a reminder that change can also be wonderfully transformative. Next up is a personal favorite of mine, and it is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. Now, this has been a childhood favorite for a really long time, and it doesn't help that I had a grandmother who had a beautiful garden, okay, lock and key and everything. And when I read this book for the first time, my imagination ran wild. I thought we had our very own secret garden in the backyard, you know? So I too kind of went on my own childish version of a journey of transformation as well, tending to the garden, I was more attentive, I felt, after reading this book than I was before because I was also a very involved child. But anyway, back to the novel. The Secret Garden is a tale that really captures the magic of nature and, again, the power of renewal. So we have a young girl in this one. Her name is Mary, and she is orphaned and she's sent to live with her uncle. Now, while at her uncle's home, she discovers a hidden garden, and we see her go on a journey to revive it. Now, look, there's a whole other storyline involved as well. Again, I just want to remind folks that this was written some time ago. So, there's a bit of things in there that don't necessarily hold up too well. But at the core of it, I think it's still a great story. And on her journey to revive the garden, we also see her nurturing her own growth and her own healing. So, seeing her revive this forgotten garden again mirrors the reawakening of just the natural world in spring. It's also just a heartfelt celebration of transformation and the enduring power of nature to actually heal and inspire. So sometimes if you're going through something, go outside. If you don't have a garden, hug a tree, stick your hand in the dirt, just kind of play with it. It does something for you. It really, really does. And yes, the power of nature to heal and inspire can be found in The Secret Garden. And book 5 is Flush by Virginia Woolf. Now, this is a delightful story that is told from the perspective of a beloved Cocker Spaniel named Flush, who offers this really unique lens on the life of the poet Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Now, with Woolf's signature wit and insight, I feel Flush brings to life the romance and adventure of a poet's world through the eyes of her loyal companion. Now, Flush, I feel, provides a really refreshing and light-hearted take on historical figures, making it perfect for animal lovers and those looking for a really different perspective on the past. Now, I think what makes it charming and also a great read for spring is that it reminds us to find joy and wonder in unexpected places. So I just think it's a sentiment that beautifully echoes the season and, more importantly, the optimism that comes with spring. All right, so there you have it, 5 classic novels that I feel are just better read in spring. Now, if you have some recommendations, I'd love to hear from you. So let's continue the conversation in the comments. But also, equally, if you've read any of these books and you agree, or maybe you disagree, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I think spring is a great time to reset and refresh, not just our reading lives, but also our personal lives as well. So this is the perfect time to just jump back on the bandwagon, especially if you fell off from your New Year goals or your reading goals. Again, spring is just a perfect opportunity to pick up and start again. Again, let's continue the conversation in the comments. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.